I don't even think about the goal, the dream, the ambition. That's just line in the sand. I'm gonna cross it, I'm gonna finish it, but there's a whole beach beyond it. And that beach beyond it, that's your potential. Your potential is calling you through the goal. Even if you have a bad morning or a bad moment or a bad day, and you can recalibrate and realign and re-tap into something that is higher. And the faster that you get that, the faster you learn to recalibrate. Your life is being called into a potential, into an extraordinary thing. You, in so many dreams and projects of your life, you became very focused here. And what do I mean by that? You want to do this thing because you want to get to the other side. You want to achieve this dream. And here's the challenge. When you start thinking, maybe your ambition is high, which you need. Maybe your agency is high, and you feel like, I can do this. This thing starts talking to you. You can't do that. They'll make fun of you. Last time you tried, don't you remember your childhood? Don't you remember that big loss you took earlier? And as you're trying to move towards this just gets louder. And this keeps pushing you away from that. And you believe this thing is impossible. You feel like you're always being pushed away. People today like to say, oh, the goalposts have moved. I'm like, no, the goalposts haven't moved. Your mindset moved. Impossible is impossible. In an expansive universe that, as our known knowledge today suggests, is infinity and is growing at exponentials and infinity that we don't understand and cannot measure, we don't even know if our universe is the only universe. There's entire physics set to, is there parallel universes, right? We have no idea, but we do understand the concept of infinity. And it's not like you have infinity and there's a point in the infinity and everything is, the goalpost moves. The goalpost is never closer to the end than ever. It just is. There's infinite. It just is. It's where it's at, but it's never gonna get closer or further. You are gonna get closer or further. And that's the mindset. But if you have really struggled to complete things in life, I'm here to tell you, this has dominated your ass. This thing has beat you over and over. This barrier was not the hard thing. This pushed you further. This was never impossible. This made it feel like it was. This was your mindset. This was your habits. This was your goal level. This was your daily practices. This is your discipline. This was your community. This was the people who were after. All the excuses and hard realities live here, and this guy, his job is to remind you of all those things to place you into discouragement. Because if you can be placed into discouragement, if you can be placed into division, if you can be placed into doubt, if you can be placed into delay, if you can be placed into depression, then it doesn't have to deal with you. So it's just gonna keep pushing you and pushing and pushing you. This didn't get any harder. See, some of you, this impossible dream, for me, one of it was I want to become financially free in my life. Because I never experienced that growing up. I didn't understand it. I didn't even understand money until I went to college, working 3 jobs in college to pay for college. And I met kids who had new cars. Their parents just bought them a car just for going to college. They paid for their college and bought them a car just to drive around all their drunk friends. It's like, that's amazing. You had a car just for going to college? That's amazing. I never understood finances. I didn't get it. And one of my goals was this. See, some of you, maybe that's true for you. It's just a convenient metaphor. This is a $1 million line for many of you, right? Making $1 million can be that for a lot of people. They're like, whoa, all the goalposts to make $1 million. I'm like, no, those didn't change. A dollar is a dollar, and you add up to 1 million of them, it's $1 million, right? It's harder to do that now. In an infinite universe, when did it get harder? Oh, you think your generation, it's harder? You think with your technology, it's harder? Like, your story of things getting harder is your story of things getting harder. Your story of things getting harder is your story of getting harder. Trust me, things are hard. I'm never the person who's like, everything's great. No, I'm here to say, job 1, Stop blaming procrastination. We put lots of labels on so many things, right? Because especially today, they're great for clicks. But procrastination is not your problem. Vision is. Procrastination is not your problem. Vision is. You forgot what you were fighting for. You got disconnected from the vision that would pull you through the muck to achieve the thing. You forgot you were fighting for your reputation. You forgot you were fighting for your spouse. You forgot you were fighting for the financial future of your kids. And you went into your feelings of the day. And so you handed your future to your feelings. And, but procrastination. No. What happened is you got detached from the future that would be compelling enough to pull you through. You forgot in one element to listen to this one. This one is your you can angel. This one is you've done it before angel. This is the one that pulls you closer to manifest the potential that is in you and the dreams that you think about when things are so difficult. This side is a different voice, a different story, a different calibration of life to listen, as Abraham Lincoln taught us, to the better angels of our nature, to do the right things and to forward our society and who we are, listening to the better angels of our nature, as Abraham Lincoln taught us. So we are listening to the better angels of our nature, the one that is encouraging, the one that knows the truth, the one that knows how expansive you are, the one that sees beyond. See, this person is the gatekeeper of this. So this one, the devil, the bad ideas, the difficulties, I know some of you might not like the angels and devils metaphor today, but bear with me. Good, bad, positive, negative, you attach your label. But there's a force that is pushing you down and away from things. And there's another one pulling you up. As Booker T. Washington taught us, there's two ways to exert strength or power. One is pushing down, the other is pulling up. And so you're connected to that thing that is pulling you up, that thing that wants to see you manifest you up, to lift you up, to strengthen you, that part of you that's encouraging you. But see, you hear it, but then you go to comfort, to the negative. And that is the reason we aren't completing the things. Completing, finishing. Let me share something with you. Completing and finishing is really just listening. See, I just listen closer over here every day. I have both. You all hear me? It's Barry or. You have both. No, I've never met a person who doesn't have both. Both stories in your head, both voices in your head, positive and negative. And some of you have this range of positive and negative throughout the day more than other people. You're kind of wild and crazy. You might call it ADHD. You might, I'm making a joke. You might call it, some label that you've put to it, but some of you have a lot more variability in that, and it's hard. Right? You feel a constant tug of war. Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I? You freak your spouses out. Honey, idea, 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 honey, idea. They are freaked out. They just want you to go, I believe in you, honey. Idea. Just, yes, choose, go. But your back and forth is your tug of war. You're not deciding because you're letting the tug of war take you every day. It's like this, you got to learn. Listen. You got to learn to pray or to meditate or to find those moments of peace and write this phrase down. Listen for the encouragement. Listen for the encouragement. You don't need help listening to the negativity. Everyone around you will tell you that stuff. You got to listen for that divine inspiration. You have to listen and access to a higher level of consciousness. You have to tap into something that's beyond you and the frustration you had about the workers, about the house, about the frustration, about the kids, about the finances, about the checkbook, about all the things that you are stuck in. And listen for the encouragement to be you and to grow and to follow your own path and to love that journey and to appreciate that. That's the game. Because let me share something with you. What happens sometimes is that you get myopic. This dream seems like a barrier. It seems like an obstacle. It seems like a challenge. It seems like it's so far out there. And you spend your day obsessed about this, right? When you got myopic, when you got focused on one of these things here, you lost all perspective. You think your workers, you think your employees, you think the kids, you think the contractors, you think the finances, you think all this stuff is such a huge barrier and difficulty today. And you're zooming in. You're catastrophizing. You're adopting learned helplessness, thinking this is a problem, it's permanent, it's forever going to be there, because you just see all these, all these things keeping you from it because of this guy. And what you lost in the infinite and impossible story that has been your life so far. Remember that big line I just drew? That barrier? It would look like this. Well, you're so focused on this thing, and you forgot all these other ones you've already done. The strength behind you. You had all those other barriers already. Take a breath in. Get centered. Be here. I'm here to tell you, you forgot the magnificence you've already demonstrated in this world. You made good choices for you and your family along the way. You worked hard. You pulled those all-nighters. You've tried. You've learned. You've listened. You've cared. You would not be in this room if you did not care about building yourself up, not just for you, but for other people. You want to become better. You want to become and manifest your full potential, not just for you, but for your family and the people you can impact. You want to make a difference. You want to do something with your life that you feel like that really matters. Not mattered as one time. It all matters. The whole thing comes together. And you're so focused on this one thing, you forgot all of this strength behind you. I tell people all the time, if you understood the angels behind you, if you understood whose you were, if you understood how strong you were, if you understood a bigger plan, if you understood the strength and the power and the energy and the gates that open, if you tapped into that, you would have awe and wonders and strengths and motivation that the rest of the people would go, what does she have? It must be her energy drink. You think it's about the dream. You think it's about the barrier. You think it's about the obstacle. You think it's the ambition. But out over here, up here, there's going to be millions more of these in your life. Tons. You're going to have so many more goals in your life that you're going to get done if you learn not only to listen here, but see, this is just one set. This is one challenge. I always go, I don't even think about the goal, the dream, the ambition. That's just a line in the sand. I'm going to cross that line. That goal, that's just a line in the sand. I'm going to cross it. I'm going to finish it. But there's a whole beach beyond it. And that beach beyond it, that's your potential. That's here. Your potential is calling you through the goal. Your potential is lifting you through the dream, the task, the obstacle, the challenge, the frustration, those people, everyone pushing you down, everyone doubting you. But I'm here to tell you, I understand the expansiveness of this universe. I understand the physics of it. I understand God. I understand that there's something so much bigger than us, and it is lifting and it is asking something. Life is asking something from you. Stop getting stuck at the obstacle. The day has a sun. The day has a new turn. The day has an opportunity. Stop being so myopic. The thing in front of you is not the thing in front of you. The thing in front of you is just one line in the sand. The thing in front of you is one task. Yes, it might be hard. Yes, it might be uncomfortable. Yes, you didn't want to do it. It's just a thing. 3 years later, you're like, I was worried about that thing? You're being called. You're being lifted. You're being urged on. You're going to listen to the encouragement now. I know it's difficult. I know they change things on you. I know they don't believe in you. I know you get shut down, burned down, made fun of, canceled, rejected, broken up with, hurt. The bankruptcy papers pile up. The bills are there. The kids scream. The friggin' car doesn't work. The damn garage opener broke. Some animal ate your friggin' fence. Your neighbors are airing their laundry on your damn fence. The people at work are talking about you like you're crazy. There's always, those are just little lines. Your life is not the little lines. Your life is being called into a potential, into an extraordinary thing. Your job, young man, your job, young woman, your job, young spirit, is to sense and see and feel the fullness and the expansiveness of your potential, of your spirit that's so much above these things. You can handle these things from a place of center and peace and strength, even if the cortisol is there, even if it stresses you out for the moment, even if you have a bad morning or a bad moment or a bad day, and you can recalibrate and realign and re-tap into something that is higher. And the faster that you get that, the faster you learn to recalibrate. When you got pulled into that line, you got pulled in the safety, you got pulled in the frustration, you got pulled into the complaint, the faster you recalibrate. That's why you do personal development, for the better recalibration for the next right action of integrity, for the better recalibration into a higher energy, for the better recalibration into the next step. That's why you reset. The reason you've done all the meditation, the exercise, the cold baths, the saunas, the lifting, the protein shakes, the shakes with the thing and the acids and the aminos, and the reason you do all of that is so job one gets easier and more efficient, to summon the best of who I am again and again and again and again and again. And that's why every day is a great day to grow, growth day. I appreciate you being here.